Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth. It's the Utah Utes and the TCU Horned Frogs. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with the Horned Frogs head coach before the game. He feels his team is finally playing the kind of football they expected coming into the season, especially with this win streak that has pushed them into the top 10. But he knows that can be fleeting. He said, I believe if we keep executing and playing the kind of football we're capable of, the sky is the limit for this team this season, and the guys are finally starting to believe it. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Here comes the heat. They've got him. Great pressure on this defense.
And listen to this crowd. On the opening play of the game, the defense picks up a huge sack and they force a negative play. And just imagine, David, being this quarterback for a moment. You were already facing a lot of pressure. You were already facing a great pass rush. And it just feels like a tidal wave of emotion, putting you in a hole early in the game. It'll be interesting to see how this offense can respond.
Yeah, I'm looking over and I'm like, all right, let's run something safe, right? Like, that couldn't have gone worse to start this game. Interested to see how they respond. We can't just get pass happy, right, and put ourselves in a bad situation. But this offense has got to do something here on second down. Got to at least quiet the crowd down a little bit because they are going bananas.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So TCU's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. That holding call backs him up 10. It's now 1st and 20. Dropping back, it's Craig. He's got the tight end. Good, strong tackle.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Handoff to the single running back. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. Sells the run, wants to pass. Still looking to his right. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Second down, going to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Dwyer. Down he goes.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Gets it to the back. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy with that.
Quick give. It's Brave. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. And the Utes want to move quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They're all over him. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Again, it's Wayshawn Parker. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The Utes decide to punt it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Trying to make one miss. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Got it in the middle. It's Dwyer. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. And the Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give. Turning it on. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Craig. Out wide left, it's Payne.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. Looking for a gap. It's Payne. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll run for it. It's Parker. Got enough for the 1st down. Wide open spaces. The 20. Touchdown, Utes. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
That one bounds through the end zone. A touchback. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. To the air. It's Craig. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got great speed. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The play fake. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through 1 quarter of play. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the boot, looking for his man. Way off target there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
From the gun, it's Walker. He's got the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Craig. Right side, it's Walker. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They put the brakes on him.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Flips it out in the flat. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, and made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
And some great 4th down defense against the run. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. Pass to 6.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
To the ground, he's got it again. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. And the Utes want to crank the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Extending the play. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not a lot of room to field this one. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Sells the run, looking to pass. Fires downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
This just looks like too much backyard football from this quarterback right now. We've already seen a pick in this game. Bad fundamentals on that last throw, throwing it off his back leg. He needs to trust his coaching. He just needs to settle himself down.
He turns that loose down the right side. Makes the grab on the big throw. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Quick handoff. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Handoff again. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On the move. He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop.
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run for it, it's Parker.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Looking for a man, it's Dampier. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. On the return, they drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Looking down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Wants to throw on first. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have one left. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
This time it's complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's lead things off with Houston taking on the West Virginia Mountaineers.
The Utes will kick it off to start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to field this one in tight quarters. Makes a move. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Running inside. It's Bray.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
On the draw, it's Parker. Run ends there. And the Utes headed quickly to the line. field. It's Dampier. Look out. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The Utes send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. The ride. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Makes a grab and room to run. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Got him right there.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time plays.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Horned Frogs have their offense in high gear. Making the adjustment. Drops back on first down. Quick catch. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Drops back. It's Craig. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Caught on the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Got his man on the outside. Could not make his way to the corner. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle, prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Back to pass, it's Dampier. Hauls it in. Bring him down. And the Utes are in the hurry up. Again, it's Parker. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Fresh set of downs going up top. Reels it in. At the 45 on his way. He's loose. They just barely saved themselves from giving up a score on the final play of the third period and will carry that one into the fourth. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. Complete. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. They'll need a bunch on second down. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. Got a man. It's Bray. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
He wants to throw it again. Still looking. Spin, still running. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough.
Touchdown, Utah! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Number 17, set to kick this one away.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Horned Frogs sideline, guys, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Reese?
Holly, thank you. To the air, it's Craig. Spits it out to the back. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Taking it the other way. Touchdown! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Payne. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Utah! How about this defense taking one back to the house? The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the point after is good.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Looking downfield, it's Craig. Hauls it in. Completion for the first down, and man, did he take a shot, and I think they're going to tack a little more onto that one.
First down.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Gets the back moving. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Payne. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Rid of it on the RPO. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Training staff checking out this junior defensive tackle. We hope this is not serious, and he gets back in the fray shortly. 2nd and long here. Straight ahead, it's Payne. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. 3rd and long coming up. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Craig. Got his man out of the backfield. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. He's changing the play. He'll set up to throw. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. Big
guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, these guys are just on the same page. They rep this play in practice over and over and over for this exact type of situation. QB, there was no question where he was going with that football in that play.
Oh, pressure's coming. Gets rid of it.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
The handoff, keep working on that clock.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now on the counter. And they swarm him under. Timeout called by the defense just shy of the 2-minute mark. 2:02 remaining here.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Here's Wayshawn one more time. There he goes. And he stopped, but not before he moves the chains. Pickup of 12 on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Using his feet. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Here's a look. Touchdown, Utes! And the pummeling has started. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Quarterback changing the play. Back to throw, it's Craig. Flips it out to the back. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. And the Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turn. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time.